I'm not used to standing up and talking to groups of people, so you'll have to bear with me. I grew up with two brothers on our farm. At the time, we had a dairy goat operation. We milked 110 dairy goats. We had the largest operation east of Quebec at the time. Later on, we had 40 beef cows to our operation. A year or so after that, the goats left due to financial reasons. We brought in a few sheep and raised feeder lambs. After high school, I went to Nova Scotia Community College, King's Tech campus, took outdoor power equipment, small engine mechanic. Didn't really know what I was going to do in my life at that point in time. My brothers, they decided to leave the farm at that time. So I kind of worked on the farm and drove every day to Kempful and back home, did my chores every day. And it kind of turned into a lifestyle, I guess. I was kind of the guy. If it was going to happen, it was going to be me. So after I finished at King's Tech, I became in 2000 I became partners with my mother in the farm. 2010 we made major changes to our farming operation. We sold the cattle, brought in 150 Dorper breeding ewes from Alberta. In 2011, spring of 2011, we opened a provincially inspected poultry slaughter plant. Next, I'd like to tell you about my two beautiful girls, Letitia, she's 8, and Courtney, she's 6. And my lovely wife, Monica. They're an important part of my story. My wife, Monica, she works as a CCA at Dyke Lodge in Windsor. In October 2011, October 4, I was processing that morning. You know, there's always lots to do on a farm. So when I was finished processing, we have a greenhouse barn, which we raise our feeder lambs. And they were calling for strong winds the following day. So there was a tear in the plastic. I had a patch before, but it was starting to lift. And you guys know about greenhouses. You can't, you know, if the air escapes your plastic flaps and you end up losing your roof. So, you know, I was going to fix that patch like I normally would. Put up a 30-foot extension ladder and went up and patched it. And while I was up there, I seen another hole close to it. So I went down, moved the ladder, went back up, and just as I took my hands off the ladder, the legs kicked out underneath the ladder. And so I had no hands on the ladder. It wasn't tied off. As the legs on the ladder moved, my feet were slipping off the rug. So I'm 30 feet up. Well, not quite. Probably 20 feet. It wasn't tipped off. The bottom of the ladder probably moved 10 feet from where I had it set back. And when the legs finally dug in, I went off. And that was probably at the 20-foot mark. And just as that happened, my wife was coming up the driveway with the kids, getting the kids off the bus. And so they seen all this, which kind of makes me feel worse that they had to see, you know, a little kid. It's not a very, can't be a very good feeling seeing my father falling off his ladder and landing on the ground. father-in-law, I remember seeing them going to the house from the processing plant. And so when my wife, she seen it all, she came up, yelled for help, and took the girl, ran in the house, called 911. Of course, this is what I've been told, that I was kind of, I wasn't really conscious at that point in time. I went to the ambulance came, and they took me to the QE2 in Halifax, the ambulance. I had a broken left radius, dislocated wrist, which is, I'm not sure how it actually happened. I had mud, like from hitting the ground, like right down the whole side of it. But my wrist was clean, like that arm and hand was clean. My wife said when I came down, I bounced off the ladder a couple times, and I figured I'd probably get tangled up in the ladder. So I was in there, I was in the hospital from October 4th. I had surgery done on October 9th on my wrist. I got some hardware put in. It's good. Went and got lots of therapy on it. I can't tell any difference now with my wrist, but it's the other problems. I had a severe concussion, a severely sprained spine, and whiplash. Still suffering from all three of those. The concussion is probably the worst symptom, problem I have right now. It's weird. There's days that are real bad. It's hard to describe. But then you can have days like nothing happened. Now, I've been going to the chiropractor. Probably it's been, I guess, after the incident. I think it was 3 weeks after I got home from the hospital. I started going to the chiropractor. Things just weren't right with me. And the doctors at the hospital, they don't do much for concussion or spine sprains. Like, they're there, if you got broken bones, they're gonna get you fixed up. But this guy I went to see, he's a good doctor. And at first I was going 3 days a week to see him. And they would do laser treatment on me. And as it progressed, then he could start correcting my spine. It was all, I was all over whack because right, up my spine into my rib cage, everything was just this way and that way. And once you move those body parts, they don't go back by themselves. It's a big deal. You can't move properly. You just can't operate when you're in that kind of condition. So I still go see him. In January, he put me on once-a-month visits. I haven't made a once-a-month visit yet. I'm still going twice a month. I have to call in. My body just can't. I can't keep up to what I want to do, like the daily activities that I would normally do. I can't just keep going and do those because like 2 weeks ago, running the log loader, I get up one morning, I couldn't even pull my socks on, and I had to go. And you're head and irritated disc in my back, and that's just weakness from the concussion. And he says it's going to be 2 years, probably 2 more years before I'll be back to my if I get back to my old self. While I was down and out, my neighbor, he did the chores for me. For about 8 months, he'd come up and do the feeding and the cleaning and whatever had to be done around. I hired my brother-in-law, Justin. He did my work that I would do in the plant, and I still have him hired. And since the incident, I've only worked 3 days actually in the processing plant. It's just filling in if he couldn't make it in for some reason. Last year I worked 2 days straight, and it really did a job on me, which is, I was really disappointed because that's what I was doing before. I mean, 4 days a week and steady, just going, and so it's a challenge. I still have a brother-in-law hired, except now he's more full-time than just working in the plant. He works year-round, not just, on the farm too. He does pretty well what I don't do, and I do what I can, but it's a hard go. 2012, last year, was not really a productive year. I was kind of out of commission, so it was just kind of sustaining the operation. Going to try to play catch up a little bit, which is going to be a challenge. I had some accident insurance. The problem with insurance is, you get people coming around selling you insurance. You don't really, if you're not in a bad position, you don't really know what you need. I bought personal accident insurance, which was good. The problem was there was no partial disability on that. So once my doctor said, well, you're not really disabled now, you're partially disabled, well, that was the end of that. I had no partial disabled on my insurance. So now, I kind of used my insurance money. That was, paying my help. So now, now I have to generate enough income to keep him around. So I can't do what I used to do. I would say lessons to be learned and take-home message for everybody. Don't be in too much of a hurry. Keep more than the objective in mind. Look around you. Take time. Don't and things have to be done, but look at everything else that's taking place before you jump into it, because it could be a bad outcome. Ask for help when it's warranted. There's people around. You're way better off just to take someone else from that job to help. They can go back to it. I still count myself quite lucky, because as bad as the accident was, I know it could have been worse. The way I landed, however I hit the ground, is the only thing that saved my life. If I had been an inch this way or that way, that would have been. Like I said, the whole side of my face was covered in mud. I vaguely remember pressure on my neck, and I'm pretty sure I landed kind of on my shoulder. So if I had been turned a little bit, that would have been the end of it. Me. Look at, go through your, your objectives in your mind for your job before you actually go to it, because you may be able to pick out some potential problems incidents that may happen, and you can correct them ahead of time. I hope that me telling you this story will help you prevent, it will help you from going through this. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer.
Any questions for Cameron? Cameron, thank you very much for